Hi, this is Teresa Momber. In today's video, I will show you how to make this card. Start by stamping the Cardinal image from the Peace and Joy stamp set from Gina K Designs onto a 3-inch square piece of white cardstock. Then begin your coloring using Spectrum Noir marker CR8. I'm using this darker red color in the areas where I want the darkest coloring, and leaving a lot of the open areas in the middle of the bird uncolored, where I'll go in with a lighter marker. Now switch to Spectrum marker CR10 and fill in the remaining open areas on the main part of the bird. Go back and add some deeper shading in a few areas using Spectrum marker BG6. And then blend out from those shaded areas using BG4. For the beak, go ahead and use the exact same 4 markers, starting with CR8 on the lower part of the beak and then switching to CR10. Once again, use BG6 and BG4 to add some shading. For the berries, use Spectrum marker CR11 and fill in completely. Switch back to marker BG6 and use it to fill in the bird's legs. You can also use this to add some shading to the underside of the branch and to add some extra shading in the center of the leaves. Switch to marker GB8 and fill in the remaining part of the branch. Then fill in the leaves using marker DG3. After you've colored in the leaves completely, go back with a blender pen and just go over the open areas a bit to push some highlights into the leaves. Now we need to make a mask before we can sponge the background. Stamp the Cardinal image on a piece of scratch paper, and then use your scissors to cut out the image. Add repositionable adhesive to the back of your mask, and then secure it in place over your colored image. Tear a sticky note and place it over the bottom left corner of your cardstock, and then sponge along the edge using Gina K Designs Moonlit Fog ink. Add a second torn sticky note to the lower right side of your cardstock, and once again sponge using Gina K Designs Moonlit Fog ink. Reposition the second mask to higher up on the cardstock, and once again sponge using Gina K Moonlit Fog ink. Repeat the whole process one more time, moving the mask up again to a higher position. Remove the masks and then sponge around all the edges using more Gina K Moonlit Fog ink. Now you can carefully remove the mask. Stamp the Joy sentiment in the upper left corner using Gina K Designs Black Onyx ink. And then stamp the "'Tis the Season" sentiment in the lower right-hand corner. Since I have sentiments in two corners of the cardstock, I decided to add some decorative score lines to the opposite corners. I usually prefer the look of raised score lines on my cards, so I like to turn my image over and score from the back side. Trim a piece of black cardstock to slightly larger than your image layer and adhere. Then adhere both layers to the front of a 5-inch square gray card base. And that completes our project for today's video. Thanks for watching.